Hello friends, you can log on to primeaptiacademy.com to access free video course having video lectures, having practice questions with video solutions and past papers with video solutions. This is the 23rd question of UKMT Senior Mathematical Challenge exam for year 2022. Question says 3 squares GQOP, HJNO, and RKMN have vertices which sit on sides of triangle FIL. The squares are of area 10, 90 and 40 respectively. What is the area of this big triangle? So what I have done is I have made the figure enlarged here. If this is 10, side of square is root 10. If this is 90, side of square is 3 root 10. And if it is 40, side of square is 2 root 10. Okay, so I know now the side of the square. Now, if this is root 10, this part also here is root 10, GQ is root 10. HQ will be what? 3 root 10 minus root 10, which is 2 root 10. Here, if this is 2 root 10, this will be 2 root 10. Now, this entire thing is 3 root 10. Out of that, Rn is 2 root 10. So, here it will be root 10. Okay. Now, if you look at it, what is the slope of this part, HG? Slope is 2 root 10 divided by root 10, okay, which is 2. Here the slope is 2. So, slope of this line is 2. What is the slope of this line? It will be negative of root 10 because it is a negative sloping line divided by 2 root 10. So, slope here comes out to be minus 1 by 2. Slope here is minus 1 by 2. Slope here is 2. So, product of the slope is negative 1. 2 into minus 1 by 2 is minus 1. That means these two lines intersect at 90 degree. They are perpendicular. So, I have figured out that this is perpendicular. That means area of this triangle FIL will be half into FI into IL. So, I need to find FI and IL. Now, if this is 90 degree, which we have figured out, let us assume that this is theta. Then this part will be 90 minus theta. Okay. Now, if this is 90 minus theta, here it is 90. The entire thing is 180. So, this angle has to be theta. That means this becomes 90 minus theta. And similarly, by the logic, if this is 90 minus theta, it is 90 here. That means this has to be theta. Then this becomes 90 minus theta. Okay. Also, you can look at it. These are straight lines. If this is 90 minus theta, this has to be 90 minus theta. This has to be 90 minus theta. Similarly, these are straight lines. So, if this is theta, this is theta. Okay. Now, by the same logic, if here it is theta, this has to be theta, this has to be theta. Then this has to be 90 minus theta. This has to be 90 minus theta. Now, each of these right angle triangle, in fact, the bigger one also, this is theta, this is 90, this is theta, and this is 90 minus theta. All of these triangles are similar because they have angles theta, 90 minus theta, and 90. Okay. Now, if I look at this triangle HGQ, I'm going to draw this triangle here, HGQ, H, Q, and G. This is theta here. This is 90 minus theta. This is root 10. This is 2 root 10. This will be how much? Under root of square of this is 40 and square of this is 10 and square of this is 40. So, under root 50. So, HG is root 50. Okay. Now, we know that what is the ratio of the sides? 90 minus theta, theta and 90. So, side opposite 90 minus theta. Side opposite 90 minus theta is root 10. Side opposite theta is 2 root 10. And side opposite 90 is what? Side opposite 90 is what? 50. So, each of them are similar and the sides will be in the ratio 1 is to 2 is to root 5. Okay. If you divide 50 by root 10, root 50 it is. Root 50 by root 10. If you do, root 50 by root 10 is root 5. So, the sides are in the ratio 1 is to 2 is to root 5 when the angle opposite them is 90 minus theta, theta and 90. Okay. Now, I know GH. By the same logic, now I can apply I can find GF. So, HG I know is what? Root 50. Now this will be how much? In triangle GFP. Now this smaller triangle GFP. This is 90 minus theta. This is 90 here. And this is theta. This side is root 10. This side GP is root 10. I need to find GF. So applying the logic here, if side opposite theta is root 10, now here side opposite theta is 2 root 10. Okay. So side opposite theta is root 10 and it has to be in the same ratio. Okay. It has to be in the same ratio. Here side opposite theta is root 10. Here side opposite theta is 2 root 10. So side opposite 90 has to be half of that. So root 50 by 2. So GF has to be root 50 upon 2. So GF is root 50 by 2. GF is root 50 divided by 2. HG is root 50, GF is root 50 by 2. Now HI I have to find. Now in this right angle triangle, this side over here, opposite 90, I know is 3 root 10. Okay, this is opposite 90 is 3 root 10. So this is 3 root 10, opposite 90. I have to find side opposite 90 minus theta, that is HI. Side opposite 90 minus theta is HI. So side opposite 90 minus theta will be, if this is root 50, is given to be root 10. 90 minus theta is root 10. So it is 1 is to root 5. Okay. So x, this should be, let's say it is x. X upon this side, opposite 90, which is 3 root 10. 3 root 10. X upon 3 root 10. X, side opposite 90 minus theta, is x, which is 1 upon 90 is root 5. Root 5. So this becomes x is equal to 3 root 10 by root 5. So this part HI becomes 3 root 10 by root 5. What is this? This is root 5 into root 2. So root 5, so this is 3 root 2. So HI is equal to 3 root 2. So what is this side completely? IF. IF. You go back and I'll write here IF. IF will be IH, which is 3 root 2. 3 root 2 plus root 50 plus root 50 by 2. Okay. That is root 50 and root 50 by 2. So this becomes 3 root 2 plus 3 by 2 into root 50. Okay. That is IF. Now I can do the same logic and find each side here. But rather than doing that, what I'm going to do is, I know that this big right angle triangle is also in the same ratio. Here, side opposite 90 minus theta I have found. So side opposite theta is what? Double of that. That is IL. So IL will be double of this. So it will be 2 times 3 root 2 plus 3 by 2 root 50. Okay. And what is the area of this triangle? Half into IF into IL. Okay, because angle I is 90 degree, half into IF into IL. So that will be equal to half into 3 root 2 plus 3 by 2 root 50 times 3 root 2 plus 3 by 2 root 50, twice of that into 2. So this 2 and this 2 goes. So this will become 3 root 2 plus 3 by 2 root 50 whole square. So this will become 3 root 2 plus 3 by 2 root 50 whole square. That will be the answer. That will be how much? 9 into 2, 18 plus here 9 by 4 into 50. 9 by 4 a square plus b square. 9 by 4 into 50 plus 2 into 3 root 2 into 3 by 2 into root 50. Okay. This is 3 by 2 whole square, 3 square by 9 by 4 into 50. So this becomes 18 plus this goes 25 by 2. That is 225 by 2 18 plus 225 by 2. Yeah. 9 into 25 is 225. 225 by 2. Plus this 2 and this 2 goes away. 3 into 3 is 9. Root 2 into root 50 is root 100, which is 10. So 9 into 10 is 90. This is 108. 90 plus 18 is 108. Plus 225 by 2. That is 112.5. That is 220.5. So area should be 220.5. 220.5. Okay, so answer option A is correct. So it was quite a challenging question, but time consuming more. If you understand that all these are similar triangles, then and you know the ratio of similar triangles, apply the property of that, then it is quite a doable question, just a lengthy one. So answer option A, 220.5 is the right answer.